Hey Q, what up, man?
Hey Charlie, how are you?
I'm good, bud. What's going on?
Hey, nothing. We had some freezing rain and snow this morning, so
Brutal.
yeah, it's
It's
very
been,
cold outside.
yeah, it's been through a pretty tough run for DC lately.
Yeah.
Mm. So I got a book, Kaiser, and I'm
Which one?
what? This one? Oh shit, it's not gonna show.
I can see.
There it is.
Is that who's the writer? I can't read.
Daryl Gibson.
They, oh yeah, I have the same one.
Yep.
That's 501, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah, I have the same one. Uh, get certified, get ahead.
Yep. I uh,
Yeah.
I knew I wanted to get a book because we some of the questions we've had lately just like totally blowing me away, and I wanted to see it. I
Hmm.
wanted to actually see that stuff in print. Um,
Uh,
some of the
in the
stuff like
book, like there's yeah, yeah, there are like virtual labs also.
mhm
Um, so you go there, you have to sign in, first register and then sign in.
mhm
They'll ask you some questions. So um, that's pretty cool. Like
yeah
then you can do some practice also.
yeah and that's a good way to learn it is by reading it then doing it, and then if you can watch a video about it you're in
Hmm.
good shape. But there's already some stuff. I'm only through the first chapter and there's already a few things I didn't know, so that's my plan is to go through this. All right, talk to me about this. Does this question look familiar to you? Yeah, right. Trying to find out where we left
Uh,
off.
this is D. I think we were in D. We finished D50, didn't
Oh,
we? The recovery agent is used to recover the root.
oh, I'm pretty sure we were in E. The last time I skipped up to E because I wasn't sure where we were in D. Maybe you weren't there. I don't
I
know.
know we finished. We were at 50, I believe.
D50.
The recovery agent is private key. No, I don't think we did this question.
All right. How about this one?
Go back,
Mm.
go back to 50. Which of the following?
There was one night where it was just myself and Mahmoud, so we might have that might have been the night we did these.
Let me select the highly secure organization to assess security weakness in real time. I think continuous monitoring. I think we
Mm-hmm.
did this one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. So let's just start up here. Oh, geez. Which of the following attacks impacts the availability of a system? Select two. I now know this one.
System. One is DDoS.
Mm-hmm.
Smurf.
That's a form of DDoS attack. So it's A and D, I would say.
I'm sorry, you were breaking up. Can you repeat again?
Yeah, I got a bad signal right now. The Smurf is a form of a DDoS attack.
Okay, so A and D then.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Yeah. Mhm. Wow.
Okay.
Mhm. Yep. All right. Which of the following risk mitigation strategies will allow Anne, a security analyst, to enforce least privilege principles? Tamara. Hey, Tamara. What's going on? How you doing?
Hello, hello, everyone.
What's up, buddy?
Hey, Tamara, how are you?
Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Ah, great.
Where's Sa- Where's Safiatou? We didn't see her
I don't
for a
know where
while.
she's been. I hope I didn't make her feel bad for getting them all right. Um. All right. Which of the following risk mitigation strategies will allow her to enforce least privilege principles? Uh, User rights reviews could be it.
I
Risk-based
think that's the only
controls.
one that sounds right.
Yeah, risk-based controls doesn't sound right, does it?
Yeah.
Incident management and annual loss expectancy. No, it's got to be. Let's go with A. Let's see.
Risk-based controls
Hmm.
or user right reviews?
I don't know about that. I don't feel like I've heard that risk-based controls before. Have you? Anybody? Have either of you?
No.
It's right down there. See it at the bottom? It's like a little link below show answer. I mean, that could be it, but I've never heard of that. Want to find out? Let's find out.
Let's
Oof.
find out.
Mm-hmm. So it wanted us to focus on the permission side of it. I don't know what these are. I guess they are a thing. Let's see if there's more than one question about this. Nope. It's just the one. That's kind of how you know that's not it's not that big of a thing, is when there's only one question about it in the whole thing, in the whole collection of questions. What's up, Mahmoud?
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello.
How are you, Charlie?
How are
Qaisar,
you?
Sammy?
How are you, buddy?
Hey, good.
Hello.
Good, good. Sorry, I'm a little late.
You're not late at all. We just went through a couple just to figure out where we were. All
Oh,
right. While previously recommended as a security measure, disabling SSID broadcast is not effective against most attackers because network SSIDs are. I bet it's something to do with they're still up even if you disable the broadcast. Maybe. Let's see. No longer used to authenticate most wireless networks. Contained in certain wireless packets in plaintext. Contained in all wireless broadcast packets by default. No longer supported. Wow, I don't feel like I know now. Here comes Aiden. What does everybody think?
I
Aiden,
think it's
welcome.
C.
How's it
Yeah,
going, guys?
hey bud. That one does have a flavor of being right, doesn't it? Contained in all wireless broadcast packets by default.
it makes sense. Out of all of them, it makes the more sense. That and yeah, that.
Yeah, okay. I'm just double checking the last couple of answers here. No longer supported, no longer used. I don't think that's relevant. Okay.
Thank you.
Oh, God.
B
What?
contains.
Mm.
Plain text.
Oh my gosh. Brutal. Okay. I don't feel very good about that.
I would think plain text is not a security measure. That's why I was kind of not even looking at that. When something's sent in plain text, that's not a security measure.
Yeah, they're saying. Okay, what are they saying here? They're saying. While previously recommended as a security measure, it's about to tell you something that's not secure. You know, this setup line right here is about to tell you this. Though we told you it's a security measure, it's really not. And then they tell us,
Gotcha.
and then I didn't notice that at first either. And then they say shutting it off doesn't work against hackers because it is, and they're gonna say contained in certain motherfuckers it's in plain text. So it's really odd. It's like turning it off. It doesn't really imply that as the answer. It's really weird. I hate these questions. All right, a select two question. A company has implemented PPTP as a VPN solution. Which of the following ports would need to be opened on the firewall in order for this VPN to function properly? Oh boy. Okay, y'all, I didn't realize we were going to have to know all these ports. Like the port for PPTP, really?
Let me open the port sheet.
Look behind me.
I tried, but it's too.
Okay, a company has a PPTP as a VPN solution. Which of the following ports will need to be open on the firewall?
What is PPTP again? It's port to port or something?
Point to point
Point to point.
tunnel
That's
protocol. That's 1723
mm-hmm.
on UDP TCP.
Both of them.
Yep, that's the one.
That's got to be the answer then. And a
Point to point
VPNs don't
1723.
operate on a specific port or with a specific protocol, do they? No.
Okay, 500.
Safiatou in the house.
Okay, we missed her.
There she is. All right, let's find out. It's telling us it wants to use UDP 47 on this. Hi, Safiatou.
C and D.
Let's see. Somebody's got some feedback. There it goes. Wow.
Okay,
What
so
is
it's
going?
a lot of feedback. It's a lot of
I
feedback with
think
your
Is that her?
computer, Safiatou.
I think Safiatou's headphone is not good or something.
It's been kind of
Whenever she
dying for a
tried,
while, hasn't it?
whenever she tried to say something, and
Yeah.
we just hear like.
Yeah. What is this again? All right. Which of the following application attacks is used to gain access to secure encrypted hardware, I think that is. Anybody? No? What happened? Whose feedback is that? Safi's?
Yeah,
I muted her. You guys could that mute her for everybody? Ask to
going
unmute.
back to the previous question, in the port
Yeah,
section, I don't see 47 anywhere.
yeah.
But
It's
PPTP,
not on
that's
the
only
chart that we
17,
have.
20. Yeah,
Go back. Yeah. So it's B and C or C and D. TCP 1723. Let me look at 1723. Oh,
1723 is MS PPTP.
yes.
That's correct.
And then
I don't
47 is,
see 47.
yeah, there is no 47.
Okay, let's ask Google. Or TCP.
So it's in that last sentence. However, as in a normal GRE connection, those modified GRE packets are directly encapsulated into IP packets, as seen in IP protocol number 47.
Okay.
GRE packets, I've never heard of it. Just make sure she's
I guess every time we do this session, we learn something new.
right.
Yeah.
GRE protocol, generic routing encapsulation.
Yeah.
All right, let's take it and run. GRE, you heard it here first. Another miserably hard question for me. Which of the following application attacks is used to gain access to SEH? And I'm thinking that's secure encrypted hardware, but I'm not sure. Um, oops. I'm thinking that
Buffer overflow.
Buffer overflow is the what is it again?
it's a
It's a
memory attack.
programming thing.
Yeah.
It's a memory.
Memory attack, yeah.
Yeah, you're sending too much stuff that the memory can't, the buffer can't hold it. I think that the clue in this is the secure encrypted hardware. One of these attacks has to go right to the hardware. I think that's the injection attack, if I'm not mistaken.
XML injection. Has to do with data center.
Okay, Charlie. SEH is structured exception handler. It's not what
No,
you think.
it's I don't think that's what it is at all. SEH is also secure encrypted hardware.
I
Huh?
just
Structured
checked. It's structured
exception
exception handler. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Oh my God, is that her again? There she goes. Secure and I don't know. What does that phrase, that handler phrase, mean to you guys?
Handler is
Does it make sense?
kind of in the programming.
Oh man, messing with her again.
He's trying to say something, but
She dropped out. That sucks. Um, I don't believe that that's what that means. SEH in networking. We got nothing. Nope. I don't know. Hopefully it's better now. Does that change your answer?
handler,
This is more about web attack, right?
cookie stealing, yeah.
That's a memory attack.
Buffer flow, I think it's B more like it.
What's the
Handler.
directory traverse?
Traversal is when you're. I don't know if that's when you're using lateral movement or what you're doing, but that's when you're going from one directory to another in a computer system. It's kind of what the objective is.
Okay. What do you think, Safiatou?
C?
Buffer overflow.
B? I can almost hear her.
Yeah, we can't hear you. No. No.
Put it in chat if you can't. I still think it's D, guys. I'm sticking with my guns.
She said it's
B.
B.
Safiatou, what does that mean? What does this SEH mean to you?
Safiatou zooming in from the beach.
I can almost hear her. All right, let's find out.
It is the handler thing. Structured exception handlers.
Safiatou, I've got to mute you. I'm sorry. It's driving me nuts. I muted her. All right. I don't know what to make of this question. Does anybody want to talk about it, or what do we think? I don't feel good about it. Let's see. Blah, 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 blah. Man. Damn. I mean, I still don't feel like this tells me.
It's not really telling you what SEH is. It's just saying why
Yeah.
the answer is the answer.
Yeah.
I don't feel good about it at all. All right. Well, I'll put that goes on the list. Structured exception handler. Huh? What else you got?
I gotta Google that because I don't know anything about that.
Put it on your list.
Yeah.
Structured exception handler. All right. Somebody read this one.
Give me 1 second.
An internal auditor is concerned with the privilege creep that is associated with transfers inside the company. Which mitigation measure would detect and correct this? Use user rights reviews, least privilege and job rotation, change management, change control.
Oops. Sorry, guys.
You
I
want to say
like A
doggy?
on this one. I like A on this one.
Okay.
This is talking. I mean, this is talking about user roles and um, rights. So this kind of does make sense, but I think this is what it is. You have to constantly be reviewing when people are moving around your company if they've got the correct rights associated with that job. Change management, I think, is a much different. It's a different thing. It's more talking about company changes, and change control, I don't think, is a thing.
So they're talking about associate moving within the same company and still having the they kept their privileges from the other positions.
Yeah, it's people are getting mismatched in the wrong. Like they're in different jobs and they have the wrong permissions for the job they're in currently.
Yeah.
So when they are moved, their privileges are not like adjusted according to their jobs.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
So I
right.
think
I
it's
think
change.
A sounds good.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
B, I don't know. Change management is too extreme. Change control, I don't know what they mean by that.
No,
Yeah.
no, I don't think it's changes.
Yep, correct.
Privilege creep. I've been called worse. All right, everybody all right with that one?
Yep.
All right. Somebody want to take it on this one?
Okay.
A
A
small
small company
company.
wants to employ PKI.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. Let me finish. The company wants a cost-effective solution that must be simple and trusted. They're considering 2 points or 2 options, X509 and PGP. Which of the following would be the best option? PGP or X509? And
Mm.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't know what PGP or X509 is.
X509, I felt like had something to do with digital certificates or digital signatures. And PGP is pretty good privacy. It's an asymmetrical encryption algorithm. That's about all I know, though. I don't feel like I know anything else. Um, I tend to lean toward X509 right off the rip. Just look at the answers, for instance. If like there's two different forms of answers. It's like PGP, but because it employs this web of trust. PGP because it's simple to incorporate, and then it's X509 because it uses hierarchical design. X509 because it's uh, simple to incorporate.
So are we taking two? Choosing two?
No, best option.
Oh,
So you basically have to choose between 509 PGP and then the reason.
Mm.
And then they want a simple to be simple and trusted.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, there she is. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
There you are. Oh man. I mean, I tend to lean towards C, but
Safiatou, what do you think?
Huh?
What do you think?
Wait a minute.
Okay.
I'm eating. It's okay.
Okay, take your time, Safiatou. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. I'll go with B.
I was gonna say I think that's true. It's simple.
Yeah, because
It's
pretty
PGP is
good.
also free.
It can be used for small company.
It's pretty easy and simple, yeah.
Yeah, it can be used for small company. It's a
And
straightforward,
it's cost. Mhm.
kind of straightforward.
Okay. And it's free, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's open. Yeah.
I think they're
Yeah.
both free.
What?
Okay.
Radius is not free.
That's radius. It does X509. Is that right?
Yeah, radius is not free.
I knew it was something like that. All right, so just know that this is simple and easy to set up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's free and it's suited for small environment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and you can use it for email and data hardware too.
Okay.
Data hardware, yeah.
Everybody got your notes? Taking your pretty good privacy note? All right. Tamara, you want to take this one?
Taking a passphrase into a voice print analyzer is an example of which of the following security concepts?
That looks like two-factor to me.
Identification and authorization.
It's not two factors.
How is it not two factors?
Why? Why did you say that, Mahmoud?
Because two factors has to be two different. If it was voice and
voice print analyzer and something you know, passphrase.
Yeah.
Something you are and something you know.
Yeah. So it's something you know. It's something you are.
Something
is your voice.
Something you are is your voice. Something passphrase.
You know.
Something you know.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Those are your two factors.
But it's two different. Yeah.
Yeah, but when you type a password.
Yeah.
Go ahead. What are you saying?
Yeah.
Don't let her talk you down. What do you got?
Yeah, I didn't think that was two-factor authentication when you actually have. So it's when you use your fingerprint, it's two-factor authentication too. Then
No, this is
your
combining. This is like this is the act of having that voice and speaking the correct phrase. You have this. You have the voice it wanted to hear. Yeah. Go ahead. Sorry, Safi. Go ahead.
Your fingerprint, your iris, your iris, your voice is something you are.
okay.
But your passphrase pin code, something. It's something you know. It's in your head. Let's think about it that way. Right now, if I have a fingerprint, but if I use my pin code, there's no way you can get it. It's in my head. So my voice, my eyes, they can use your eyes now, your iris. Okay, so that's gonna be your voice, your fingerprints, everything is like fingerprint, biometric. But if it's something in your memory that nobody can use it, then it's two.
Okay.
Does that make sense to everybody?
Yeah.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
That's too advanced for my
That's
brain.
that's kind of that's a clever one. That's like two at once at the same
It is.
time.
It is a
Yeah.
clever one. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You actually speak it, and the act of speaking it, it can hear you. It can tell what your voice is. That's pretty good.
You can.
It's a good question.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Good thinking there, Charlie.
Yeah. I don't know. It made sense to me. I definitely see that it could have come off the page weird. What do we got here? Which of the following authentication providers use XML for authorization and authentication? Extensible markup language. Ah, Christ. Kerberos, LDAP, Radius, or SAML? Provides users XML for authorization. I think. I feel like it's SAML for some reason.
I'm leaning towards SAML as well.
Do you know why? What's in your head?
So in my mind, I know Kerberos they use the tokens for authentication.
Uh-huh.
LDAP, what is LDAP? I don't recall. Just the whole markup language is why I'm leaning towards state, but I can't remember Radius and LDAP in terms of how they authenticate and authorize.
Yeah.
I know Caribou's is definitely their authentication process is based off of tokens
Mm-hmm.
and those.
I think it's SAML.
It's SAML web-based authentication or something.
You guys have like XML and SAML linked in your head like I do?
Mm-hmm.
No,
Yep.
I think I
doing
think
it.
last time we looked up SAML.
Yep.
We did last time. I think it talked about XML. If I'm not, I think last time you Googled it, Charlie.
Yeah, well, I remember last
If
time I didn't know a goddamn thing about it. I was totally stumped.
Yeah, we Googled it and it said something about XML. I remember it. That's why I don't know. Maybe
Maybe
wrong.
that's why it's in my head now.
It's in my head. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you Google it again?
Yeah.
Yeah, but SAML has to do with SML authentication. So that's what you have to memorize. SAML has to do with SML authentication.
Yeah, right here. Markup language.
That's it. That's what you have to just link the two, and that's it.
This is a weird term for me. It's standard. You see this, you see it all over the place. There's like these open standards, like there's the 802.1x standard. I don't really understand what these are. And then when it says language here, it's implying SAML is its own language.
Yeah.
So open standard is basically even though it's copyrighted, you can edit it. You can edit it. Like you don't. It's not protected, right? It can come with some sort of process where you can edit that markup language.
That's
if that
okay.
makes sense.
It sounds like open source philosophy.
Right.
Mm.
Right.
Look here, y'all. See this last part? It's important, probably important to remember. SAML address enables you to do SSO, single sign-on.
Yeah, it's important. I didn't know this. That's good.
Yeah, just probably add that to your list of keywords for SAML, Safiatou.
ML web-based sign-on. Just
Mm-hmm.
remember that.
Web-based, say again?
Web-based sign-on.
Yep. Okay. Yep. Okay.
Yeah, let me write it down. Sorry. Oh, it's single sign-on. It's okay. I can.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay.
SAML is how you get SSO functionality.
Yeah, sign on.
Well, we had that one covered.
Okay, yeah.
Even if we didn't know why, we had that covered. Aiden, you want to read this one?
Sure.
Thanks, bud.
Jane, an administrator, needs to make sure the wireless network is not accessible from the parking area of their office. Which of the following would best help Jane when deploying a new access point? Placement of antenna, disabling SSID, implementing WPA2, or enabling MAC filtering.
Okay.
I think it's A.
I think it's D.
Yeah.
And I think we did that before.
I think we did it before, and I think I got D. I guess D, and it was wrong.
Maybe
I think
it
it's
was
A,
between B.
because
It's either B or D.
It's A.
A.
Yeah.
because the thing is, here's the thing. It says like wireless network is not accessible from the parking area. That's like they wanna reduce the risk. They don't want to disable. They don't want to like
Yep.
they just yeah. So
Okay. Yeah.
That's a good point, Qaisar. Good point. Good point.
And you guys got to remember some of these antennas that you can use. Now, this is one of the areas that I don't know anything about really that I want to know about because it's going to be on the test. Is the antennas you can use, and some of them are one directional. Like you can like go up to the wall and aim it in from the parking lot. So if you can solve that problem with this for sure.
Okay, then it's A.
Yeah. But Mahmoud,
Uh-huh.
when you said B, the only time you disconnect disable SSID is like for internal. This is a broadcast for the external to see. If it's a company, so you don't want to disconnect it unless you have to.
Isn't it when you disable SSID, if you're not part of the network, you're not gonna see the name of the company.
That's right. You can't see it. You can still get on it. I think you can still get on it even if you weren't on it previously.
Yeah, the broadcast. You don't want to.
You have to look. Maybe you have to look for it. You can't see it, but if you look for it, you'll find it.
Ultimately, it's not really a security feature disabling your SSID, although it does like make it invisible. I read somewhere that it's not really considered a security feature because it's to anybody that knows what they're doing, they know it's still there.
But MAC filtering, it is.
MAC filtering is great. Yeah, MAC filtering is a big thing and
Yeah,
definitely useful.
Yeah, but these people can get that too. They can break into MAC filtering too.
Mm-hmm.
They can do.
Max spoofing.
Yeah, but this is they're just giving you like options.
Yeah.
3 options you can do it. You can just MAC filter, or you can just use the antenna.
Antenna.
The antenna, you're not supposed to put it on the floor or where this kind of wiring is. You have to put it at the high level.
Yeah.
This one doesn't make any sense also because hang on a second.
It doesn't.
It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Well, I guess it does. I thought it said disabling. If you're enabling MAC filtering, it does restrict the number of people who can log on to your stuff, but
yeah.
it doesn't.
So I mean,
only allowed
devices. One way that it would make sense in terms of MAC filtering is if it didn't specify that she doesn't want to make it accessible via the parking lot. So if the question was like, if Jane the administrator wants to basically disconnect people from accessing the wireless network outside of the job, then it would be enable Mac filtering. But because they specified like a location of where she doesn't want it accessible, that is why A makes sense.
Good breakdown, Tamara.
Thank you, Tamara.
Yep. It's well thought out. All right.
All right. A company provides secure wireless network access for visitors and vendors working on-site. Some of the vendors using older technology report they are unable to access the wireless network after entering the correct network information. Which of the following is the most likely reason for this issue? Okay, SSID broadcast is disabled. Company is using the wrong antenna type. MAC filtering is disabled. The company is not using strong enough encryption.
This is a weird one.
I think it's B.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Doesn't make sense, but
yeah, but this is what I was just saying right now. The SSID broadcast, it's just you should disable it. That's what I was just saying right now.
I mean, I don't think that's what's going on here, though. This is
no.
the key clue is right here.
Yep. And the B
fuck is that?
should be the answer, because like if you're using antennas which are not like compatible with older technologies or backward compatible. What do you think, Charlie? You are antenna expert.
I don't know. I mean, the only thing I know is I don't know shit.
It's not the company that has old technology.
It's the vendors.
It's the vendors, right?
It's the vendors, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
But company's technology is not backward compatible, I think, in this case.
In terms of process of elimination, we can scratch D out, right?
Yep,
because
totally.
Yeah.
Also C can
Also
be
C,
scratched
yeah.
out.
If it was enabled, maybe that would be it. But
And we can cross out SSID too, because that's not even the issue.
Yeah, but if they're using old technology, then there's nothing more to do with that, but to just disconnect the broadcast.
using the wrong antenna type, it sounds wrong. I don't know why, because I don't know if.
But you got to keep in mind, I don't think anybody here, including the Safiatou, knows much about these antennas, which is something we're supposed to know. Maybe this is something we would.
What section is antennas even listed?
I don't
does
even
anybody
know.
what section antennas are listed? Because I don't
got it
remember
right.
anything about antennas.
I got my book right in front of me. Let me see if I can find it tomorrow.
Okay, Charlie is page 321 in the book. Like I have this, I downloaded their digital copy. And it is 321, which is, let's see what section.
Is that the security plus one?
It's under shielding. No, it's not shielding. Sorry.
I have the digital copy too. I have both.
321.
Let me look here.
Okay, 321.
Desktop, cybersecurity, security.
196. I got it on 196. All right, so this is securing your network, in which I'm getting this antenna type. I got antenna types and placement, antenna power and signal strength.
Yep, that's the one.
Yep. Okay. Chapter 4, securing your network. So other things that are involved in this are, let's see. I mean, there's your SSID discussion.
It said the most commonly used wireless antenna is omnidirectional or omni antennas.
Yeah, those are the ones that go every direction.
Yeah. Yeah, if you go to
this
page
is like
321.
Yeah. These are like network technologies.
Yeah, well, I don't know much about alternatives, but the questions I did, it tells me about the alternative. That's how I knew these alternatives. I didn't know it before. I knew it when I was doing the questions. It tells you about the antenna, where to put it. You're not supposed to put it below.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to put around like wires, like
interference.
unshielded.
Yeah.
Yeah, unshielded wires and interference and weather. So that's how I knew this kind of alternative. But I don't know anything before. I didn't know anything about alternatives. But the questions kind of elaborate what to do with alternatives. So if they're using the older technology, the best one can be A. Just disconnect the broadcast. That's what I think. I believe.
Why would they not be able to get
I
it and
think
somebody else was though?
I think
It's got to
maybe
be
if you
B.
have an old technology, you won't be able to see the broadcast. Maybe if you have a new technology, even if the broadcast is disabled, you can still find it. I'm just thinking. I don't know.
No, okay.
It's
If SSID is disabled, no one can see that one. With even with the new one, so they cannot. They're talking about like the guests or visitors. Visitors, like, they have to see SSID in order to connect. Period. So if it's already disabled, they cannot see. Then there will not be any. I mean, that's a different issue. The wireless network is there. Other people can connect to it, I guess, by seeing it, but the older technology cannot.
Okay, let's go with B. Qaisar, I'm with you.
Hey,
Does that make any sense?
no, it doesn't.
The fact that they cannot access the network means that they are unable to see it.
It
But
implies
it's disabled.
that they're different than the other people though. It implies that they're not the same as the other people working there. It doesn't make any sense. Some of the vendors are not able to get it, but other people can. You're telling me it's because no one can see it? What the fuck is that?
I'm reading something from that I just googled, and they says a Wi-Fi's network SSID is the technical term for the network name. For example, if you see a sign telling you to join a network with an SSID, like quote unquote airport Wi-Fi, that's how you access the network,
Yeah,
and you're
because you
able to
can
see or join. Right,
because
but
you can see.
if you don't have the updated technology, then the SSID won't pop up, and you won't be able to access the network. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
That makes
So
sense. But sorry, go ahead.
they're using the old version. Just think about it.
They entered the correct network information.
They did. They couldn't see it because the broadcast, the SSID, not just the SSID, but the SSID broadcast is disabled because the broadcast means it's gonna broadcast. They're gonna see it. It's like I'm here, everyone can see it, but it's not. It's disconnected. Do you understand it? Because
I hear you.
it's
Yeah, I understand it. Yeah, the technology, it makes sense now.
yeah.
So
So it has to broadcast. I have to broadcast to the ID for you to see it and connect.
I guess other people, it's implying that all the other people don't need to have the broadcast up for them to connect. They're able to see
Or
it.
if you have the updated, if you have the updated technology, it
Yeah.
already pops up. It already broadcasts to you to act.
Wow. Okay.
access the network. And does that make sense?
Yeah, I feel like I have a lot of reading to do still. Shit.
No,
Yeah.
thing
The
is
only
like
thing
the
I'm sorry, Ken.
disabled word that's confusing me.
Mm-hmm.
The SSID broadcast is disabled. That like throwing me off. So
Mm-hmm. All right. Well.
So with the
okay, go.
SSID being disabled, basically that says that it's not broadcasting to them to access that network. And in my mind, when you as a company, say Qaisar has his own company, and you have that protocol of having SSID enabled, that hold on, buddy. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
If you have
Mm-hmm.
SSID enabled, or you want that as a feature for your company, if it's not enabled, then what that means is if they don't have, if the vendors don't have the updated technology, they can't access the network
Yeah.
wirelessly.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. It does. Yep.
Okay.
So when you
Yeah.
disable it, then you're basically not allowing anybody out
But.
that doesn't have the updated technology to get that network access.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But if you, the thing is what they imply in the answer though, that means you're already connected to this network before. Even if you have the new technology and you never connected to the network, if the SSID broadcast is disabled, you won't be able to connect to the network.
Oh, that's what
Right,
that's what the question is implying, that you can.
right.
Yeah.
But so if you don't have the updates, then you're not going to be able to access the network. Period.
No.
You're not going to
No.
be able to access it without the updates.
Yeah. Yeah. The updates give you the ability to see it when it's down.
Right.
All right. Ouch. That stings. I'll read this one. A database administrator contacts a security administrator to request firewall changes for a connection to a new internal application. The security administrator notices that the new application uses a port typically monopolized by a virus. What? The security administrator denies the request and suggests a new port or service be used to complete the application's task. Which of the following is the security administrator practicing in this example? Explicit deny, port security, access control lists, or implicit deny? Uh, what does this mean? A port is typically monopolized by a virus. That's freaking creepy. Like they have a virus just living on their system?
The plot is dominated by virus.
That's weird.
Mhm. That means the
Yeah.
port,
That's a port security, right?
the
Yeah,
port
probably.
contaminated. That means the port you can't use it because it's contaminated with virus.
Suggests a new port be used to complete the application's task. So, that's not an ACL, is it? An access control list?
No, he's not even allowing that port to open. He's not opening that port. Period. So if you open the port, then you can say like explicit deny or implicit deny or something else. But that's closed and that's it. He is not even opening it.
Yeah, but Charlie is right.
About what?
Charlie is Yeah, you're right to say C.
Access control list.
Oh no, I was saying, is it C? I don't think it is C. I mean, a
You
C
don't
is,
think so?
that's something you've kind of put in place on to act on its own. This is actually a like person making a decision on the fly. I feel like
Mm.
I feel like it's either this or this. I tend to think it's that, but
I
it could
think
be
it's
port
Well,
security. Yeah, I'm whatever I guess. Guess the other one.
I would say C because it's kind of you literally putting it there, but A is just kind of I mean I don't know.
I haven't even heard this used in this context before, but it just feels like it's right. But that also.
Explicit. So let's. What is explicit deny? Is that where you just deny everything that comes in on that port and
Yeah,
you just don't allow it, right?
That's
You
more
deny.
like
Okay.
that's more that for me. This to me implies this word here implies that it's an action taken by somebody, whereas this is like a process in place. I don't know if
yeah.
that.
D is a defect. It comes with a router or firewall or something. That's a defect. But
Mm-hmm.
A it has to do with somebody did it by himself, and then C.
But isn't it B encompass A and D? Isn't it B within, like, they fall
It
into A
does.
and B?
Okay.
Yeah, but
Don't don't overthink.
if it's
Don't
too
overthink.
obvious, if it's too obvious, it's not the answer because they're putting it there to distract you.
Oh, so many times it was too obvious and he was the answer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think so. I
This
don't think
this question boils down to any.
So
Do we have an understanding over this
Okay.
term?
Here's the thing. Okay. You will set up the rule if the port is open. The port is closed.
Yeah.
It's not even open. So
It's not
somebody
even
wants
open.
to open it.
Yes.
So you
Yes,
are just
Qaisar.
suggesting now I cannot open this port. Instead, like you can use different ports.
Mm-hmm.
So that's like a port security to me. But
Mm-hmm. Well, I'll go with C. I will go with C.
So, all right, what do we know
let's see.
about C, right? What just think about what we know about C. Access control lists.
Access control list.
Basically are the rules of which you establish to govern or protect your network, right? So you
Mm-hmm.
create these rules of what you want to allow in and what you want to allow out,
Mm-hmm.
right? Port security. Port security is specifically is kind of in relation to access control lists, but port security is you are by port protocols allowing certain ports to access your network.
Mm-hmm.
And just like Mahmoud said, explicit deny, implicit deny, those go along with port security. And basically what that does is that is a configuration that you set on your port security in terms of what you want to either go through or not go through.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that breakdown helps, but
I mean, do you feel like real strong that it's B in that and that with all that being said?
I'm confused as shit. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm leaning towards access control lists because at least like that is the mecca of being able to control what you allow into the network. But honestly, I don't know.
Oh boy, I would probably guess B if I had to guess, but
B is too obvious, Charlie.
yeah, it does feel too obvious. I agree. But access controllers doesn't feel like
Okay.
that's what's going on here.
All right. Let's find out.
Let's find out. I'm gonna guess A. Fuck it. C. Does not feel like at all what's going on here. What? What? Oh. Mm. That doesn't feel right at all.
It doesn't. Sometimes it doesn't, but that's not what they said it.
An ACL list is something you set ahead of time, though. This is on the fly. This is somebody saying, "Can I use that port?" And he says, "No."
But an ACL list is something you can constantly update and change.
Sure.
And also it basically says that it's with that I'm sorry, can you spell it a little? That basically it's a port that always gets continuous malicious code. So, in my mind, you can configure that before you, you have your ACLs, but you can configure that to change so that it doesn't allow it.
Mm-hmm. All right, if that's the answer, I feel like this guy already had made the changes to the port or whatever. Like that port's no longer going to be in use. So it wasn't like he made the decision then. He just said, no, you got to find another port. Oh, man. Oh, some of these questions are making me think of, I don't know, nothing.
Oh no, don't feel that. That's why I don't even do anything right. I'm very discouraged. I don't know why. For some reason, I don't want to do labs. I don't want to do class.
Right?
I just go for attendance and all that. I'm very kind of. I don't know.
You know what? No, I feel the same way, Safiatou and Charlie, but I think this is, how like Wednesday is hump day. I think this is our hump period where we're literally like, all right, we've had enough. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? Because I'm in that same boat, but we gotta
yeah,
get over that hump.
yeah. It's like I don't want to study because today I was trying to do the study guide that I suggested that we do study guide before um they because sometimes the professors won't send the study guide. So I suggested to Sakina that we should do our own. And I was just doing it, but for some reason I don't want to do anything. I don't want to study. I don't want to go to class. I just go to class for attendance, and no, I don't want to do anything. Kind of, I don't know if I'm so overwhelmed or if it's close to the finish line or something. I don't know. I don't know what
Yeah.
is wrong.
This is the hump period, guys. This is definitely the hump. It's like we gotta keep climbing. But I feel you because I'm in the same way. But it also doesn't help because now that we're studying for these real life certifications,
Mm-hmm.
we realize we're kind of getting a gist of where we want to go, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And some of these things that they're teaching us, it's not really applying to where we're trying to go. So then
No,
it's like,
yeah,
right.
it's not. It's not. So
But it's
But
good.
but
It's good to have an idea, though.
oh, absolutely, it's all still good fundamentals and foundations.
Yeah.
But now we're all kind of developing our focus and where we want our focus to be, and
where you
that's
gonna
what's
go?
kind of like, that's what's changing our mindset of how we're approaching these classes now.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Very good point, Tim. Very
Uh,
good. 'Cause
we
I
have a
don't.
decided lack of energy though. That's just all across the board.
Oh yeah, I'm lacking energy.
The whole class has got a lack of energy right now, frankly. And everybody's on the camera too. It's pretty cool. We have a good little environment, but
Yeah, yeah. Because I
all
think
right.
this exam is gonna be a long one. It's 10 modules, and I was
Yeah.
asking Sakina if are we gonna the exam is gonna cover all the 10 modules because it's not sinking right now for me. It's not.
No, I was complaining to my family that it's not sticking for me lately.
Yeah,
Um,
it's not.
Tamara, were you able to access that website Scott sent for the government? It looked like they already reached their 50 applicants.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep. I checked that one. Yes.
I didn't look at it. Honestly,
Wasn't
I
you who
can't
asked
do
the question
anything.
yesterday?
No, that
no,
was
that was
Sakina. It was
or
Sakina.
second.
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
Sakina. Okay.
I can't even entertain the idea of an internship. I'm not gonna lie.
Mm-mm.
Oh
Mm-mm.
Why?
no!
Why is that?
Don't go for
Like, I need a real job, not an internship.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes when you're new to a new field, I mean, if it's like for
No.
6 months.
Uh-uh.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean,
No.
it makes sense, and it's a great way to get your foot in the door. But I have real life bills. Like, I cannot take an
Oh,
internship.
no, that's a different story.
Yeah,
I just need to be in the door to get my foot in the door. How about that?
right.
Hey, Tamara, for you,
Yeah,
it's a lot easier to get into this field, like especially when you
Mm-hmm.
involve like government contractors and everything, because you are already security cleared, like you are
Yep.
in the forces.
Oh yeah.
We civilians, like we have to start somewhere to get our security clearance. We don't have that privilege.
gotcha.
Yep.
Yeah,
You will be preferred on us.
90%. She has 90% to get in.
Yeah. And with the security clearance, even if you're lacking something, they will prefer you.
Oh yeah, they will.
Oh, my security background's not
Yeah.
lacking anything. I got all kinds of arrests. It's a full background, let me tell you. I used I used to be the
Well,
world's worst fighter. I used to fight everybody.
I hope you're
Uh,
joking.
well,
Mm-mm.
guess
No.
what? For me, well, for me, they're gonna throw me
Charlie,
out. For me.
I seriously doubt that I'll be able to get a security clearance. I really don't think I could.
Oh yeah, you can. You can. You can. You're not gonna know that. We know a lot. We know a lot, but it's just too much to kind of absorb for us. But I think Charlie, since you have faith, let's give it a shot.
Yeah.
Let's give it a shot. Yeah,
Well,
you have to.
we're all going forward with this shit, so like, it's not like
I mean,
I'm not
I
planning on
mean,
quitting.
you
Mhm.
know, I think you know more than actually you will need
Yeah,
in a
you
job,
do.
because you will in a job you'll be doing one thing, and
You
Oh
then
yeah.
yeah.
You
keep
just choose only one field.
yeah, one thing.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
It may
That's
take
why
you
I
a
don't worry
month.
about the labs so much because I feel like in the
Yeah,
labs, even if I'm using a similar technology, they're gonna teach you how they do it.
Yeah.
yeah,
And
yeah.
the labs, I did the labs, and I keep getting wrecked. So I was just discouraged. I don't want to do anything. I just don't want to mess with the lab now. But
They're
hopefully,
really
I'm not.
hard to get to work.
Yeah.
The
yeah.
one I'm trying to
You
do
have to
now,
really.
I can't get to work. It's because
And
we
they're long. They're literally, what is it, like 45, 50 steps? Like,
the
God.
no, I'm talking 47 pages was one.
But uh, they're good when it comes to interviews. Like you
Yeah.
can tell them what you did. This
Yeah.
is the
Yes.
environment that you created, and
Hmm.
then they like to hear that. Even
Yeah.
though, I mean, it just sounds good, you know.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And then what also you can do, like all these lab, you can reproduce and like have them video, like have a video of those labs and add them to your like LinkedIn or something.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, that's what I plan on doing. I definitely plan on
I
doing
was
that.
And there is just like this program that you can install on your computer, kind of like um, let you video what you're doing.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how they call it, but I know.
They're not hiring us to run their company. They're not hiring me
No,
to run the company.
they're
So,
hiring us to perform low-level
yeah, what
tasks.
what you can do is, do you know how to install, download, install, like
That we can be replaced by Thor.
software in here? Yeah.
Yes. The race is to get yourself to be irreplaceable before the robots take over.
And
Yeah.
they're gonna give us orientation. They're gonna orient us. They're not gonna just throw you there and tell you to do to just perform.
No,
No.
no, they're not expecting you to walk in there with any actionable skills, I don't think. I mean, maybe, but what are we saying? We're telling them we've got our own virtual lab that we use to test shit and try shit and hack ourselves. That's a big line for everybody, I think, in your interviews. Because
Yeah,
that's
having your own environment. Because I looked into interviews. Like you need to have your own environment and talk about it. What you have, like having a PF
hmm
sense and having all these machines, and
Yeah.
it's a good
Yeah,
thing that you did and you know.
I guess we can do that. We can just install on VLANs and all that. So I think we're starting from somewhere.
Yep.
They're not asking you to. I don't think so. And
Yeah.
if you have the job description, just get it and then work on that. That's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, it's not rocket science. If they're doing something specific, then go practice it in your lab and tell them about it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. That kind of makes me
So
wish I.
when are you
I
taking the test, Charlie? 23rd?
No, I'm taking it. I'm taking it at the end of March now.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow, that's good. No
Yeah,
rush.
you'll get more practice.
Yeah, we still have to July. So,
Yeah, well, I'm
you
trying
know,
to. You guys tell me if that's a good idea. I was trying to leave myself a few months to do. I'm also going to do Network Plus, believe it or not, and I was going to do that
mhm.
afterwards, and I was going to maybe squeeze that in before we get done with classes. So if I do it at the end of March,
Yeah.
that gives us what, April, May, a little bit of June. Yeah, I can do it.
So,
I'll schedule it for the end of May or something.
so how do you study, Charlie? How do you study?
Oh, I don't know. I mean,
Do you do you do
I,
you, do you have any material?
Yeah, I mean, I'm going through like
Hey, Charlie.
the CompTIA materials. Yeah.
Yeah, since you got that book,
Yeah.
uh, try to go over with all the pages, all the chapters.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Uh,
doing right now. Is
you
I'm
will learn.
reading the
Yeah,
chapters.
you will
Yeah.
learn a lot of things in there.
Yeah, that's got all the stuff that I don't know about already. And that by that I mean
Yeah.
all the stuff that hasn't come up in a question. Because
Oh,
that's the only way I was studying for this before, I guess, was just videos
mm,
and then the Messer stuff you shared,
yeah.
Safiatou, and then basically just doing questions. So I was coming across a lot of questions where I've never seen the correct answer. I don't even know what the fuck they're talking about.
Yeah, but you're not gonna know all, Charlie.
Yeah.
This has to do with my nursing experience. That's why I did 4 years of these questions. You're
Yeah.
not gonna know everything. You still gotta learn every day.
Oh
So
yeah,
I
sure.
believe you know a lot, but I'm glad you're not gonna take it this month. You're gonna take it next month. I'm glad. So
Yeah,
you
it's not. I don't want to be stressed about it.
Mhm. Yeah, but for
Yeah,
now I
I'm
don't.
planning the same way, like end of March.
Mhm.
Yeah,
But
Yeah,
seems like
me
end of
too.
March
Me
is
too.
just around the corner,
It
yeah.
Yeah,
is.
and
it's a month
Yeah.
away. Yeah.
4 week is not enough time.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's
I
what I was thinking. I was like, holy shit! If I was gonna stick with my original plan, I'd be taking it in like a week, and I would fail it.
Just
yeah
just continue to
yeah
take
but
tests.
Yeah.
Continue to take those tests.
Mhm.
If you have a date and you work towards that date and you have like a plan and you study like, I don't know, 3 4 hours a day for like a month,
Yeah.
I don't think you won't. I think you'll pass.
Yeah. No, I
well
do too. I do too.
because it's
I
1,200 questions. So
You have to, yeah, you have to be disciplined
I
and
just feel once
actually
I
do
read
this.
this book, I feel like I'll know enough. Um.
Yeah, that book is good. You're talking
Yeah.
about the get the head, get
Yeah.
certified.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a good book. I think I
Well,
haven't started
it doesn't
yet,
matter
but
which book you use. There has you got to read about these technologies that you don't know about from somewhere. Like the antennas, for instance. Like I had no basis for that, but there it is on page
oh,
197 right there. Bang. I'll get to that soon
mhm.
enough.
Yeah,
So
I didn't know anything about inheritance or something, but I just find out about that.
yeah.
So
Well, we have studying and then
I
we
know
have
since
test
you have a
taking.
date.
I haven't picked a date, but
Yeah.
we'll call it March 30th.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Well, that's
maybe we'll do it together.
The
Yeah, there you
yeah.
go.
biggest thing with especially these CompTIA tests is one, you gotta have you have to know how to be able to identify these whatever it is that they're references, right? You gotta know how to identify everything in the objectives. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
yeah, we could, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you have to know how to, like, when you look at the words in the objectives and you see something like mobile device policy,
Mhm.
familiarization about
Yeah.
what that is.
Yeah.
And then
Mhm.
once you're comfortable with knowing each thing in that, then you just continue to take tests. Test yourself
Yeah.
because it's really about understanding how they ask the questions. That's
Yeah.
that's half the
Yeah.
battle.
Mhm.
How are they asking these questions and
How
how
they
can
ask
I
questions. Yeah.
yes.
I agree.
Mhm.
I agree. That's why I like to do questions. That's how you know how they think.
Yeah, I think a lot of the time when we get some questions that we don't understand the question, but we know the
Mhm.
answers. We know what the answers are. Like
Yeah.
you see the acronyms and you're like, oh, that's not it. We know what this does. You know what this does. You know what this does. So I mean, we get in there. We get in there.
Mhm.
Yeah. At least you have an idea of
Yeah,
things are. So, but you're not gonna know everything. You definitely not gonna know everything.
yeah, and you need a little bit of luck too. So
Yeah. You
All right,
gotta.
look at this one. E64. This is a funny one. This is one I just learned about kind of today. This thing right here is highlighted. Which of the following is a way to implement a technical control to mitigate data loss in the event of a mobile device theft? So I don't think, based on the fact that it's asking for a technical control, I don't think these make sense,
Yeah.
Mhm.
right?
And a solid state
it's-
drive isn't something that
This
you
can
implement.
encryption.
That's right. You're
I
left with
think it's
this.
A.
It's encryption.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's how we
Okay.
do it.
Yeah.
That's how we break it down.
Yeah.
Man,
That's how we break it down,
It's encryption.
right,
Exactly.
guys?
Yeah.
That's
But, the technology means it's in the computer.
yeah.
Remember,
If it's a technical
remember,
control.
remember when Professor Professor Gary said technology has to do with within the computer and the physical has to do outside and what's the other one?
There's administrative.
Yeah, administrative has to do with inside.
Mm-hmm.
Has to do with the policies. Yes,
Yeah.
administrative. Yes, you got it, Charlie. So
Yep.
just think about that. That's the key words that we have to find in the question because you know the answers are in the question.
Yeah.
If you know the key word, you got the answer.
Keyword.
Yeah.
Safiatou.
So yes, yeah, that's how I did. Because you know when I'm doing the questions, and if I get it wrong, I said, why is it wrong? I read the notes or something. And then when they give me the explanation, elaborate something for me, then I know, okay, this is how they're thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Then
Yep.
I just take what they explain.
Well, this one's tricky. Yeah.
I'll read this one. In the case of a major outage or a business interruption, the security officer has documented the expected loss of earnings, potential fines, and potential consequence to customer service. Which of the following would include the most detail on these objectives? Business impact analysis, IT contingency plan, disaster recovery plan, continuity of operations. I think it's A.
A.
I think it's
I
A as
agree.
well. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
BIA is the process of evaluating all the critical systems.
Mhm. That's very good. That's a good one.
Mm-hmm. You know what kind of gives it away? This one for me.
When they start talking about, for me, it was when they start talking about the expected loss of earnings,
Mm-hmm.
then you already know, like, that's what's the impact this is going to have on our business.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which of the following types of trust models is used by a PKI? Transitive, open source, decentralized, centralized. I think it's centralized.
Yep. Yep.
Mm.
PK has to do with central.
Because
Mhm.
it is operated by the certification authority.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. And it has to do with the server.
Yeah.
So the server can be radius or it can be TACAS and then is it diameter?
But all this is asking for is what's the story with public key infrastructure? And you're saying the story is you've got to trust the central certificate authority. That's the real bottom line of the question for me.
Yeah. Remember if you get access to the access control before you get to the server. So it has
Yeah.
to be centralized.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So PKA has to be centralized authentication.
Yeah.
Remember, is it what do you call the computer thing? I forgot. We did it last class.
Are they closed?
I don't know what you're saying. I don't know what you're talking about. Last class,
Yeah, I forgot.
I was checked out last class. I'm kidding.
Oh, me too. I was so tired. Yeah. After a production outage, which of the following documents contains detailed information on the order in which the system should be restored to service? Succession planning, disaster recovery plan, information security plan, business impact analysis.
Production outage. Yeah, the production outage screams disaster recovery for me.
Me too.
Yep.
B, me too.
Good. Nice, Aiden.
At least we know something.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
not. This is somewhat redeeming. The last couple questions.
The security administrator has installed the new KDS, or no, not KDS, KDC for the corporate environment. Which of the following authentication protocol is the security administrator planning to implement across the organization? LDAP, Radius, Kerberos, and XStackX.
XTACX. Wow.
KDE has to do with C, Kerberos.
KDC.
What's a KDC?
It's Kerberos. It has to do with how do I put it?
Can you run a Google on that? KDC?
Key distribution center.
Key distribution
Yeah.
center.
To do with ticket grant ticket.
Mm-hmm. No.
Is it ticket grant ticket?
Yep.
If you Wikipedia search a KDC, Key Distribution Center, it's under operation. One of the last ones that says security systems using KDCs include Kerberos.
Kerberos, yeah. Now it has to do with Kerberos.
Yeah, it's talking a lot about ticket based. I know that Kerberos is the ticket based one.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Aiden, yeah. Right. It has to do with ticket granting ticket or something. I believe so. It has to do with tickets, grants, tickets.
It's Key Distribution Center. Yep.
Yeah.
Kerberos.
Yeah.
Kerberos.
Yeah.
All right. So I guess we just need to study that and then just link those two concepts in our mind: Kerberos and Key Distribution Center.
And Key Distribution, and also ticket granting tickets.
Mm-hmm.
That's also Kerberos.
Yeah, put that on your list. That Kerberos has to do with KDC and ticket grant ticket or ticket granting ticket or something. And I forgot.
Oh my gosh.
So put that on your list. So.
Yep.
Okay. After a recent breach, the security administrator performs a wireless survey of the corporate network. The security administrator notices a problem with the following outputs. Okay, MAC
SSID.
MAC SSID encryption. Power beacons.
Mm-hmm.
Power beacons.
So that's
has been standardized. Which of the following attack is underway? Okay, A149.
I think the key for this is you see you've got this here.
I think it's A. Evil twin.
Evil
twin. This is the evil twin. But the FB 901142 is different.
Mm-hmm.
It's different from the other ones.
I don't think it's evil twin.
You don't think it's evil twin?
No. Which to match?
One doesn't match. And it's evil twin because evil twin is just using the same. It's using the same port. What do you call it? It's just like
An evil twin is putting up a
similar.
It's using all the resources. It's using the land resources with the authentic network.
Yeah, but the name of the SSID will be the same to a certain extent.
Yeah, that's the whole point.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe one letter change, but maybe this is it. I think it is
Hold
A,
on.
evil twin.
Okay.
Yeah,
So first part is MAC address, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
it looks the same.
Then
Because it's
my
using,
corp WM
I think
WPA,
that's the
that's
SSID, yeah.
SSID, right?
And then
Then
the last one is the
encryption.
encryption, yeah.
CCMP is encryption, right?
Yes.
Mhm.
Encryption,
So
power,
so
and the
we
last
should
one is a power beacon, I guess.
yeah, it's probably,
okay.
What's the power beacons?
So
No idea.
we should concentrate on like SSID if they match.
They're all the same.
Okay.
They all match.
My
yeah,
corp WPAT, my corp WPAT, my corporate corp WPA2, corp WPA2. They're
yeah,
all the
but
same.
The
SB 901142 is different.
MAC address is different.
Yeah,
Okay, hold on.
Yeah, but evil twin doesn't has to do anything with the MAC address.
well, but it's using the resources, it's using the land resources, it's using the same layer 2 resources of the authentic one, the original MAC address. Using evil twin and the man in the middle, they're using the network, the original network, everything. That's why it's very hard to fish out. It's very hard. But I believe it's A. I believe it's evil twin.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Looks like it's doing
Yep.
So what do you
spoofing of
think?
MAC address.
Kaiser, what do you think? What do you think? If it's
Yeah,
not
that's
A,
what.
what do you
Yeah,
think?
and I'm not sure about A or anything, but here's the thing. FB, that's like as you said, that's a totally different MAC address. So it looks like he's doing MAC spoofing, injecting like different MAC address to his access point.
Mm-hmm.
Everything else is the same. It looks like it's from outside, or maybe he's MAC spoofing. I mean, giving different MAC address to his access point. I don't know.
Well,
IV attack is not the one that fits here. Rogue is not. DDoS is not.
That leaves evil twin. I would say it's me. I would say it's not spoofing because or he's not trying to spoof because like look at the first three on all the MAC addresses. Look at the first 0010A1. They're all except for that middle one. Yeah. They're all the same. So that he's not trying to like if you were trying to do MAC spoofing, he would try and get that same 0010A1.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Aiden, because it's not trying to spoof anything or something. It's not.
Yeah.
It's
so
not,
no, he's trying to maybe.
I think it's B.
I'm with Safiatou on this one. I think it's A.
For a process, by the process of elimination.
Yeah, but you know what? Just think about. I like how Aiden is thinking. I like how he's thinking, because he's not doing anything. Evil twin is not doing anything. It's passive. This is not. It's not like active something that you can do. He's not doing it. It's just.
How do you know that's not just a rogue access point?
How did you know?
I mean, I'm with Aiden's point on this MAC address, but I mean, I don't know.
Well, let me take a look.
Okay, well, you know what we're gonna do? Let's find out.
Let's find out.
Okay, let's
Ready?
find out.
Let's find out, because it's not helping. We're just wasting time.
Hey.
I don't get it.
See, you see the different address FB 9011.
Same vendor. Okay, yeah, that's what I was going, but I was thinking different way. I knew like the MAC address was different.
Yeah.
You see?
And that would explain why the first
Yeah,
three on
network
both
type.
MAC addresses were the same if they were
What
It
do
standard.
as a
will.
Yeah,
MAC
Yeah.
that starts with zeros?
that's said back in the question, I think, like after it lists all the I didn't read far enough down on that before I started.
Mhm. Yeah.
Mm.
So, Charlie,
Mm-hmm.
Charlie, go back to the question again. Go back to your question. See, if you see FB 9011, you know, that was what I was just emphasizing on that. Even though it's hard to detect, but eventually you're gonna see it that you know this is the difference.
I well really believe, you know, what I thought. So these MAC addresses, it is the MAC address of the access point. It's not of the people who's connecting. It's the access point itself, I guess.
Yeah.
It's the
Okay.
MAC address of the access point.
Okay, that changes things. That way, by that logic, that one would stick out as a. See, I would still not know how to differentiate between that and that.
Oh, you will, Charlie. You
So
will with practice.
Maybe it's because it's this
do you agree with me, Charlie?
WPA2 because it's wireless. Yeah, I'm with it.
Yeah. So these MAC addresses, it is off the access point itself, and since we have, and we knew the first three ones is the brand or something. I know we went through that before on class. So he's using the same
That one sticks out.
SSID. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Based on the explanation in the answer, why can't it be like rogue access point? Maybe that's like a different from the different vendor and altogether that has that kind of MAC address.
It's a hotspot. That's why it's offering up a hotspot. It's this is its own
Yeah.
access point that's putting out its own signal,
Yeah.
and it named its signal the same thing as the other ones.
Yeah.
See, Qaisar, I understand where you heading. I understand what you mean, how you think. I understand that, but you know, it only makes sense here because evil twin is not active. It's not. It's passive.
Okay.
Yeah, rogue access is active. Somebody is literally, you know, plugging something in the network. You know what I'm saying? I'm plugging my computer or my phone or my tablet or something. That's active. But evil twin is not. It's just passive. You know, it's like, you know, I'm just sitting and looking at Charlie's computer that's trying to, you know, steal something. I'm not touching his computer.
Yeah, but if you have access, if somebody connecting to your network, that means you can see the password. You can see a lot of stuff. You can see.
Well, if
see
you have to connect to their access point though.
Yeah.
Unless it's not encrypted. If it's encrypted, he's not gonna see. But this is from the log. This is from a log that is telling you to read the log. Remember, we have this log. That's what we're doing right now. The logs.
Mm-hmm.
We have active logs. They just look and then they'll just notify Charlie, somebody is at the door. Somebody is coming at the door. And some of the logs we have them. Yes, I see Charlie. I see somebody coming in your door. I'm gonna block that person. So there's a difference between these logs and these alarms. Some of them can say, Charlie, somebody's at the door. He's not going to do anything. He's just going to tell Charlie, somebody's at the door. Somebody can tell you, Charlie, somebody's at the door. I'm going to the door. I'm going to find out who is there. It's Tamara. I'm not allowing Tamara to come in. You said not to allow Tamara to come in. I'm blocking Tamara.
Tamara, you're out.
You're blocked. You're on.
So active. I'm telling you, and I'm doing it. But it's like IDS. IDS is only gonna sit there and say, Charlie, Tamara is at the door.
Yeah, that's what's going on here. Is the IDS, right?
The IDS. I'm not doing anything.
Mm-hmm.
But IPS, I'm gonna tell Charlie right away. Charlie, Tamara is at the door. I'm going right there and throw her out.
This is not even wire IDS or IPS. This person had to do a wireless survey of the corporate network to see this thing.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah, it's just I'm just
i.e. a log. So a log.
It's a
Uh-huh.
log. This is a log. You're reading the log, Charlie.
Yeah. Those were logs.
Yeah, it's from log that somebody did something. Somebody did evil to me. You
Yeah.
know, somebody did man in the
This
middle.
thing, this produced logs or whatever. This involved looking at logs,
Yeah, that's log.
and that he got these
You know,
logs.
you went in there and then you got
What I
all
didn't
the
see,
logs.
what I didn't see that could have answered it for me a long time ago was that there was this word in here, this word in here, and then there was this in here, WPA2. All those things should have put me onto wireless, and that should have put me onto that, but I didn't get there. I think that's what
An IV attack is wireless too.
I think it is. Yeah, that's where I was the whole time as far as what I thought it was, but
Yeah, but you know, Charlie, you're gonna come across these the questions. These questions that you say saying like rogue and all that. You're gonna come across and then you're gonna know how to read them.
yeah.
Okay.
It's practice. You're gonna catch it. You're gonna get it.
Okay.
Yeah.
An IT security technician needs to establish host-based security for company workstations. Which of the following will best meet this requirement? Implement IIS hardening by restricting service account. Implement database hardening by applying vendor guidelines. Implement perimeter firewall rules to restrict access. Implement OS hardening by applying GPOs. A host-based security
Yeah. That means the host base, that means it's in your computer.
in your station. I think it's a firewall.
Firewall. Oh, okay.
Host space is actually on the machines themselves, the endpoints.
But why not D?
Implement operating system hardening by
Yeah.
applying GPOs.
By GPOs.
Group policy.
Yeah.
Okay.
OS is what is that?
Operation system.
OS is operating system, no?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Host-based.
Yeah, but you know, host base is better.
Well, you have to have
It's
all
better.
kinds. You
What's
have-
IIS?
Internet Information Services.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's all HTTP. That's not.
You know what these things are?
No.
Every machine has service accounts that usually have root privileges. That if you can get a hold of them as an attacker, you're in business. There's just weird humanless accounts. I'm sticking by my guns on this one. D for me.
D.
Yeah, D.
Everybody like D?
D sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. I need to do some body hardening. Our old friend fuzzing. Fuzzing is a security assessment technique that allows testers to analyze the behavior of software applications under which of the following conditions?
A.
Aiden likes A.
We talked about
Unexpected
fuzzing
input.
being random.
Mm-hmm. I like that too, man.
He was very quick with that, so I'm going with A.
Yeah, he was. Invalid output doesn't make sense, really.
Fuzzing is one of the things I've definitely say I've taken away from these study sessions.
Good.
We haven't touched on in class. So
We come across this quite a bit. It seems like. Yeah, let's go for A.
Yep.
Bing.
But it says invalid here, so invalid
Yeah,
input.
you just put weird data in. Even it can be
No, but we
shitty.
have output. Oh, okay, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so my bad.
Yeah. Valid output, valid input. I see what you're saying.
Yeah. Okay. That's a long one. You read it, Charlie.
A network administrator, Peter, arrives at his new job to find that none of the users have changed their network passwords since they were initially hired. Peter wants to have everyone change their passwords immediately. Which of the following policies should be enforced to initiate a password change? Password expiration, password reuse, password recovery, or password disablement? And we're looking.
Expiration.
Disablement.
Say A.
He wants everybody to change their passwords, so
Right away.
right
Right away.
away,
Expire them.
You know
Yeah.
how sometimes your account prompts you to change the account?
especially if it's been disabled.
Not when it's disabled, you need a recovery password.
Password's disabled, you got to change it.
Yeah. Well,
Password
I think,
expiration?
yeah.
Could
If
be.
you
That's
put,
expiration.
if you put expiration, then if it's expired, then I can get in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean the only problem is if your expiration's like once every 3 months, and it's only a
Yeah.
month and a half in, and he wants
No,
everyone to
but
change.
as a network administrator, you can put the expiration date as today or as yesterday, and then
Yeah,
everybody logging in, they have to change their password.
Yeah, because at my job, that's what they do. They chase us out. Your password is gonna expire like next week. So you
Yeah.
need to change
Yeah,
it.
they give you like
They will keep they keep
Hmm.
tagging you that it's
Hmm.
gonna expire.
songs will keep coming. So
All right, are you sure it's not D?
I'm sure it's not G.
All right.
It has to do with expiration.
Yeah,
Uh,
makes
I have
sense.
no choice. If it's expired, then I have no choice. Either I change it or I'm out.
Yeah, because if your password is disabled, there's a process there.
Yeah, you can disable it if somebody
Yeah.
in there, unless the person is leaving the company or is being terminated or something.
Mm-hmm.
Then you don't delete. You never delete in it, account because you need to retrieve. If the person has a key, PKIs, and all that, you need to retrieve the encrypted and unencrypted. You need to retrieve it back. So.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
All right. Which of the following is a common coding error in which boundary checking is not performed?
Cross-site scripting?
Input
no,
input
I think it's input validation.
input validation. Yeah.
Sounds like it. Yeah.
Yep.
Input validation.
Boundary checking is not performed?
You're not validating.
I thought with this you actually looked at everything everything that was going to be acted upon got thrown at you and you can look at it.
Yeah, you need to check input validation. You need to be on top. Because
To
one
I mean,
comma.
if you're not performing boundary checking, how are you doing input validation? I don't know what the fuck it is. I don't know what that makes the answer. It still might be input validation.
Yeah, it should be input validation.
I didn't know input validation was a coding error. I don't have any of these things as a coding error.
Yeah, it catches the coding error and all that. So that's what is it software developers or coding developers?
So what they're saying here in the question, they said common coding error. So when you get this error, you don't do anything. You're like, oh, it's okay. It's a common. You're not suspecting something. Is that what it is? Am I understanding the question right?
No, most people they make that kind of
Yeah.
error.
So you don't need to go. You don't need to actually
You-
go into details and see why this common error is showing.
No,
Okay. Boundary checking is not performed. That means you're not going into I don't know. I'm just maybe overthinking. Could be
I'm
fuzzing
thinking
too.
it's A. A.
It's A.
It's A.
If your input is incorrect, then you just fix the input, and then you don't have the code, the error.
Yeah, you need to be meticulous of input validation. If not, you're gonna take advantage. One character. Remember, one character can change that. Can
You
do.
change everything.
Yeah, and
Right.
it can give the attackers chance.
Yeah. So because it's a common code area, when developers fail, I'm sorry. When developers fail to do the input validation, that's when hackers take advantage and they do the cross-site scripting and they do the fuzzing and the buffer overflows. So input validation is that common coding error that developers make, which opens it up to all those attacks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's good. And
Input validation.
that's when you
I
can.
don't feel like input validation is a coding error. I still don't believe it is.
Yeah, because when developers do their code, one of the steps that they may fail to take is the input validation, which
Okay.
basically
Yeah.
makes it open to
Hold on.
hackers.
Wait, you're saying, hang on, you're saying, shit, I just got it. Okay, you're saying that this, when the person did the coding error without performing, they didn't do this. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Correct.
They didn't do input validation.
Okay, I did not read the question in the same way y'all did at all.
Yeah.
That was weird.
That's a common
Which of
error.
the following is a coding error? So the answer should be a coding error. I mean, you can tell that from right this. Which of the following is a coding error? In which this, I don't know. That's weird. Good job by you guys, but I don't know what the fuck to make of that question.
Well, you're gonna get it.
All right. A security administrator must implement a system to allow clients to securely negotiate encryption keys with the company's server over public unencrypted communications channel. Which of the following implements the required secure key negotiation? Select 2. Again, we are a system to allow clients to securely negotiate encryption keys with the company's server over unencrypted channel.
Diffie-Hellman.
That's when it says 2. So I will go with D and E.
B and E.
D and E.
Yeah.
I will go with D and E.
D?
For,
What is D?
it's for industrial control systems.
D is it Eclipse? Eclipse something?
No.
Eclipse?
Elliptic curve, Diffie-Hellman.
Yeah.
Elliptic curve, Diffie-Hellman. Shit.
Yeah. D is Eclipse curve.
Diffie-Hellman encrypt. Yeah.
Password-based key derivation function 2. Reduce vulnerabilities to brute force attacks. All right, these look right to me then.
It should be D and E.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What's elliptic curve? Is an anonymous key and agreement protocol.
It's a block encryption. You know, we have block and we have cipher. So this is a block and it's very hard to break in. And this majority of time they use the clip for like mobile device. It has small head. So they use it for like mobile device like cell phone or tablet, something small.
Huh?
Majority of that, but I know it's a very hard to crack.
Mm-hmm.
So block
That's
like blockchain?
Huh?
I'm overthinking here. I said block like blockchain.
Yeah, block encryption. You know, we have block encryption and we have cipher.
Yeah.
Cipher stream. But cipher stream is easy to crack. It's easy. But this anything that has to do with block encryption is very hard, very complicated to block, and it's kind of slow. But cipher stream is kind of easy and fast, very fast. So that's how I remember it.
All right. A technician wants to implement a dual-factor authentication system that will enable the organization to authorize access to sensitive systems on a need-to-know basis. Which of the following should be implemented during the authorization stage?
Need to know. Mandatory access control or role based?
Sensitive.
It's mandatory for me.
Authentication.
I mean, you're left with this kind of and this. It
But it
sounds.
says during, yeah, it says during the authentication stage. So I guess that's your keyword.
I think part of it's like the thing that got me is dual factor. When I saw that, because we had a dual factor question earlier, it ended up being the password plus your fingerprint or whatever. So I don't think we should be so quick to get biometrics off of the list. I think it might A has a shot at being it.
Okay. Authorize access. Need to know basis.
The need to know, they just put it there to throw you off. They want you to.
I was just thinking that same thing about the dual factor. I feel like that's a red herring.
Yeah, they want you to pick B. That's why they put in the need to know, but it's not B. I believe it's A.
I think it's D.
You think it's B? Why?
D as a Dave. Because he wants to do like authorization stage. And that's like a need to know basis. Like why? Access only give access to the people or the person who needs only. It's not like everybody will get that access. That's the.
Yeah.
I know it's.
What about
it looks like show off.
So biometrics isn't something you are, right?
Biometric, yeah.
Yeah.
So, Qaisar, what about the authentication part of that?
Access control.
I'm with Qaisar. I'm thinking it's D as well.
Because authentication involves in there, like it will not give you it will not authorize you to get in if you don't match their rules. Like okay, if you are Charlie and he has access to HR, okay, yeah, Charlie, you go in, but Tamara, she is not. So Tamara, you are not authorized to go in HR. You are going to accounting.
Mandatory access does the same thing.
I've been on B the whole time. I'm staying with B. I think need to know.
I think B and D are. I would eliminate B and D because they're kind of similar thing.
Yeah, but it says your keyword is during the authorization.
I don't agree that's keyword. I don't think it's key at all. I don't think it's important.
I'll go with A.
Yeah, authorization, Charlie, it's your keyword here because authorization means before they allow you to get in, they should know who you are. That's authorization.
Okay, I'm still stuck. I mean, it doesn't change anything for me though. It's still between these two, and then I'm still staying there.
So can you tell me the difference between mandatory and role based?
Mandatory access controls are ones that are every single file, every single thing that's in the office, everything the company has a security clearance given to it, and you're also given a security clearance. So you're supposed to match up with anything you're working with is supposed to be within your security clearance. I don't know what makes it mandatory except for the fact that everything has a label. Role-based is really just this job title or job function has these abilities to do this, and this. I don't know. I don't know if I can really explain it any better. I don't
Yeah,
know if I
so
know
the reason I
role-based.
would eliminate both of them, they kind of, I mean, they don't do the same thing, but they have the same. I don't know if I want to explain this, but I feel like they do the same thing.
It doesn't make one of them wrong.
Yes,
Well,
I think it's A. Go
yeah,
for it.
it's right. This question is asking about authorization, see, not authentication. That's why I chose authentication as
You're
my
right.
keyword. These people are smart, you know. That's how they think. That's how they want to think.
So you have to think like they do.
Oh yeah, I try. You know.
Authentication is you gotta prove who you are, but
Yeah.
authorization is just access.
Yeah, you gotta prove who you are. See, that's what I'm saying. They put a lot of junk to throw you off. That's who are you? My fingerprint tells you this is Safiatou. There's no two Safiatou on the earth unless you know I have a twin sister somewhere. So this is who I am. Well, how can you let me in your house if you don't know who I am? Right now, I come to your house and I walk over right now and say, Charlie, open the door. Can you open it? Are you gonna open the door for me? No. You gotta see my face. Who is that?
Doesn't make any sense.
So you're right when you said the keyword is authorization. Now
Yeah.
I'm getting it.
Yeah. It doesn't make sense, you know.
That
when
was the keyword though. This is not the keyword. It was this.
What?
This one is the keyword. That one's not so much. That's the one that you have to key on.
Yeah, that's the same thing. To authorize access. So that's the authorization stage. It says the authorization stage. So it's the same thing, the organization to authorize.
This is not important. I still don't believe this is important. I still don't think this has anything to do with that. Like, it's not like you're going to pull the biometrics out during a different stage. Like, they're going to be in there, right?
Scroll down a little bit. Okay. See, it says authorization. This question is asking about authorization, not authentication.
Right.
I don't get it.
Okay.
I don't get
It's
it.
okay.
I get. Wow. All right, it's 8, guys. We can call it if y'all want. We can do a few more.
Yeah.
Call it a night.
Are
Yeah.
we meeting tomorrow or?
Yeah, I mean we're supposed to. We're scheduled to.
Okay.
I'm trying to live by the schedule, and obviously I need the work. I mean, freak, man, I lost some confidence tonight. That last one not excluded. Damn.
Oh, well, don't look at it. You know, maybe you might not get this because you know it's a bank. It's a bank.
Yeah.
You might get some questions. You might not get some. I'm gonna get a different question from you. So maybe you're gonna get all you know.
I mean, yeah. Who knows?
All you know questions.
The 89 questions I get in the test could be all ones I know.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna pray for you.
I'm praying for me too.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah, all you know.
I'll learn it by then.
So there's 90 questions and you need to know how many?
You got to get you need 83% right. So whatever that works out to.
Oh, 83?
That's what I mean,
Yeah.
don't quote me on that. That's what I came up with.
If you're doing really well, they don't even ask you all 90 questions.
Yeah, yep.
What is it?
Chris bombed, and he only had 79 questions. Chris Chendi, he bombed. He said he bombed it.
Yeah, so yeah, Yeah, that just means the algorithm said he's not going to be able to make it. No need
Yeah.
to test him any further.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Oh, if you're bad, then you're not going through 90 question.
I don't know. I
Correct.
don't.
And
Yeah.
if you're good, you
No.
don't make 90 as well. So if you
Yes.
so it's all based off of the algorithm, right? So if you are like killing it,
So
then basically at a certain point they won't ask you any more questions up
so
to
it- so
90.
so
It'll
it, it
be
is an adaptive
So
system. That means
Yeah.
you get one right, you
N-
get one the harder, and then you get a
Yeah.
harder.
Yeah. Yeah. If you're getting questions that you notice are in the same section of the studies, like they're about the same thing roughly, like right in a row, you're in trouble because they're asking you the same one right. You've gotten the wrong one. You guessed wrong before, and they tried you again, and you guessed wrong again. They tried you again. That'll happen. I read.
Hmm.
Anybody else learn anything about the test?
Oh, Chris took it already, right?
Chris did, and so did I think David Stone.
Oh, David did. Did he?
Mm-hmm. He didn't pass. No. No, but he says he can see the light at the end of the tunnel, so it means he did okay.
Yeah, that's good. That's a
I'm
good
I'm
start.
guessing he got about a 650 and he needs 750.
650. That's not well. He was close.
Man, I am humbled tonight.
All right,
Damn.
guys.
Yep.
I'm taking off.
Yep. Get back to
Okay,
the.
good
What do you
night.
got? You
Have
got
a
a
good
four.
night.
You got a 4-year-old over there,
Yes.
Tamara? 4-year-old?
I got a 4-year-old, but I'm also this is my study time for the other certification I'm trying to do at
Oh
the end of
shit.
this month. So
Shit. Go do it.
yeah,
What's
take
that
it
All
one?
right.
easy. That's the solutions architect for
Oh, cool.
AWS.
Cool. Cool.
Yeah, I mean,
Cloud.
it's not. I don't like Security Plus for me is like priority, but I've already started like digging deep
Go,
into the
go get it.
material. So
Go get
yeah,
it. Yeah.
That's smart.
Hmm.
All right. Well, we'll pick it back up here tomorrow night for whoever's in.
All right. Thank
Okay.
you.
I'll
Bye
see you
bye.
tomorrow then.
I'll be there.
Bye for
Okay.
now.
Good
Bye for
night.
now, guys.
Bye.
Good job. Good job, everybody.
All right. Bye.
See you, Safi.